And there's a rumor going around that Surya is going to play important.
He had 3 back-to-back hits. Producers were running after him with money bags, and we told him, okay, Prabhas, the production can only, afford. You take Mahabharata, Duryodhan has everything until the last moment. What did Bhima have? 14 years of exile, humiliations, and everything.
Do you ever work with Mahesh Babu?
Why not? We already signed a film together. If you go for the Sangat Tamil, the old Tamil, the modern youngsters might not understand it. And here I am seeing a senior technician who looked completely bored at my narration. He was just looking like that. I was getting agitated. My ego was getting hurt. The place might be exotic, might not be exotic, but if we are together, all my brothers, all their families, and all of us are enjoying.
We have with us Mr. Rajamouli, the showman of Indian cinema. Welcome to Red Carpet, Mr. Rajamouli.
Thank you. My pleasure is mine.
Yeah, you have been in the biggest ever campaign for promotions, which Indian cinema has not seen. You're in Mumbai, you're in Chennai, and now you're in Kochi.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
It feels great traveling pan India, looking at so many cultures, so many languages, so many people, but the love for cinema being the same.
Bahubali is really big. You're there in Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, and even in Malayalam. Why did you choose Malayalam? Because normally a Telugu film doesn't get dubbed. I mean, there has been cases of Allu Arjun's movies being dubbed, but this is the really first time a very big Telugu film has been dubbed into Malayalam.
Yeah, actually, the first film which is of mine that got dubbed here was Magadheera. Veera was dubbed here and did it reasonably well. Then we also dubbed Eega, and it did
but both
very
these
well.
films had its own uniqueness.
Exactly. That what we realized in this journey was that even the languages, the cultures are different. Even though the sensibilities are different, they vary from region to region. But if your base story is on human emotions rather than anything else, then you will have a universal connect. That is what I felt. That is what I learned with Veera and Eega. And Bahubali being the base of Bahubali being on human emotions, the characters and the relations between the characters. That is the USP of Bahubali.
The part 2 would be similarly. You have already shot a lot.
We shot about 30 to 40% of the second part. We have shot the crucial scenes between all the combinations. All the combinations are over. We still have another 120 days of shoot, roughly.
When are you starting that?
September. We are planning.
And there's a rumor going around that Surya is going to play an important role.
Oh, no, no, we haven't. No, it's just a rumor.
Okay. Tell us about Prabhas. Why do you like him so much? Because Chatrapathi, 10 years after Chatrapathi.
During the making of Chatrapathi, we connected very well, not just on the professional front, even on the personal front. We have become good friends, and we have certain things that we agree upon. Just like that, we don't believe in the number of films we make. We don't believe in the the big remunerations that we charge. And we believe in giving all that we can to the film that we are working upon. We never work on 2 films at a time. There are certain things that we are very clear upon, not just the films, even in life. So we connected very well. And Bahubali, I needed lots of dates, lots and lots of dates, because the span is so big. And when I told him the story and I asked him for 1 year of his dates, he laughed and said, darling, you cannot make this film in 1 year. I'm keeping myself free for 2 years. So see, it is very difficult to get
very
a star
nice
to
gesture.
start
Very
to do
nice
that.
gesture
Start
for
to
a
do
big
that.
star to say that to you.
And we have spent so much on the making of the film. In fact, we never spoke his remuneration.
Okay.
He never spoke his remuneration. Maybe after 6 months into the production, we thought of a very very small figure, which is because he was a red hot star. He had 3 back-to-back hits. Producers were running after him with money bags, and we told him, okay, Prabhas, the production can only afford that much because we are spending so much on the sets, visual effects, everything. He said, oh, you are going to pay me that much? I didn't expect you are going to pay me that much. So money was never discussed, or it never played a pivotal role in the whole making.
How did he agree to do a film where Rana is also an equally good role? He is playing the villain, and I think in your film, the villain is a character rise.
Yes.
He rises above the hero. In your films, if you look, all your films, I've been watching, only the last reel the villain, goes down.
Yeah.
Till that time, he's more powerful than the hero.
Yeah, that is the whole point of a screenplay, right? You take Ramayana. Until the moment Rama kills him, he gains everything. He gets everything. He's more powerful. He's more richer. He's more everything, entertaining. Everything. You take Mahabharata. Duryodhan has everything until the last moment. What did Bhima have? 14 years of exile, humiliations, and everything. But only in the last reel do they succeed. That's been the screenplay of our epics. Villains play the pivotal role. They are the stronger and powerful than heroes.
Villain roles are so well written.
Yes,
I must say that. Tell us something about this Rana's role, because even in the trailer he looks awesome and he really has got power.
Yes. One different thing about Bhalal Deva, Bhalal Dev from apart from the in comparison to the villain characters in my previous films, is that he's not actually loud. In fact, his character is shrouded in mystery. You don't know what he's thinking. No one knows what he's thinking. In fact, you'll see him smiling for a long period in the film. He doesn't frown. He doesn't even shout. He's not even angry most of the time, as opposed to most of my films. I really loved working on Bhalal Deva character because it gave me so much more variety in projecting my villain.
Okay, and why did you take Tamil actors like Satyaraj and Nasa? Because there's been a criticism in a section of the press that you have not given original Telugu actors a chance.
I never ever looked at the language of the character that who is playing in my film. This is not the first film. I have taken Bhojpuri actors, I have taken Hindi actors, I have taken Tamil actors, I have worked with Telugu actors whom no one knows, and so many actors from my films made big careers for themselves. I'll never take credit for that. They had the talent and they did it. But what I do is I look around and see who is the best actor to be that can play my character. And I don't care whether he's Tamil, Malayalam, Hindi or Telugu.
You look at your characterization is so strong, you feel that particular role can be done only by a particular
You can never say that only one actor can do this role. No, that we have such capable actors. There are so many actors who can play.
A terrific actor, and Satyaraj too is a very, very good.
So I as a director, when I write my characters, I have certain imagination. And I try to get an actor who fits into the role, not because of some whims or fancies or because someone thinks something else. I do the films for myself, not for others.
And this in the trailer, Tamanna has a more role than Sweetie. How come it happened like that?
Like I announced before, Tamanna is the heroine of Bahubali, the beginning, and Anushka is the heroine of Bahubali, the second part.
Okay.
She's the heroine, so obviously Tamanna gets more screen space because she's the heroine. But Sweetie has a small role to play in the first part, which will be different. You will see her in a new avatar that you haven't seen before, and it will be quite shocking and quite hard-hitting character. Even though she has a very little screen space, the character will hit you very hard.
Will you ever work with Mahesh Babu?
Why not? We already signed a film together. KL Narayan is the producer, Mahesh is the actor, I am the director. I announced it long back, but the only thing is I'm taking so much time to finish my projects beforehand that project is getting delayed. Of course, we are going to work together.
Okay, how's your relationship so strong with Mr. Keeravani? you have been, all films you just take him. You don't look at the market, or you don't look at anything. Tell us about your relationship with Mr.
See,
Sreedhar.
basically when I have I didn't work as an assistant director for too many films. I just did one or two, and I didn't go to any film school. I didn't learn the grammar of filmmaking in a proper way.
But how do you have that audience? How do you gauge the audience pulse so well?
I just have some kind of sense of drama. I developed certain sense of drama, and I based my film on that. That's okay as far as the narration goes, but to get that sense of drama to the audience, you need good, great technicians who can find faults with your narration, correct you, fine tune you, and project your idea in a proper way to the audience. So I am a very good storyteller. Yes, very much. I will proudly say I am a very good storyteller. I will, but I without any ego, I'll tell I am not a great filmmaker. I am a good storyteller. To make a good filmmaker, I need proper technicians who can understand my lacking, cover it, enhance my storytelling capability, and make me a good filmmaker. So Kirwani is that. Him being a brother is secondary. Him being a great music director is secondary thing. Him being an experience of 25 years is secondary.
Now, will you only be making pan-Indian movies? Because you have a good working relationship with Mr. Karan Johar also, and the reach that the Hindi will give you. Just tell me, because you are going to go to a international market.
No. See, why I make a film is the markets or the extent of the market doesn't inspire me to make a film. The story does. A story, some thought, some character, some interesting incident, something which makes you feel, there is a story here. This story has to be told. If the story is a Bahubali, which is a pan-Indian film or international film, we'll make it. If the story is Maryada Ramanna of a simple guy, I will make it. If the story is about a fly, I will make it.
So it depends on the story.
Absolutely. After making the story, because I'm not a stupid guy, I will look at the economics of it.
Then tell us something about the special effects of this movie, because it's been much talked about, and this is it's going to be a very crucial thing. I think special effects is going to be a superstar of this film.
Yes, in a way, yes. Like, what is the USP of a star? No, USP of a star is that he can bring the audience to the theater. He can bring the audience to the theater. Once they come into the theater, then the story has to take over. It has to run the show. Star cannot run the show. The star can bring the people to the theater. So, in a way, your statement is right. The visual effects are a star. is a star. Visual effects bring the people to the theater.
Would you say your spend was the highest for the special effects?
Yes, it is.
It is definitely, and we are still tweaking. So we still don't know how much it's going to cost at the end of the film. We're still looking at, but yes, it is the highest ever
in Indian cinema.
Yes, absolutely, no doubt about it. And visual effects, but one thing like the star, like as you rightly mentioned, like the visual effects, you can bring the visual effects can only bring the audience to the theater. It can't make them sit it can't make them get interested in the story for 2.5 hours. It is only the characterization is the human emotions. So when you do your visual effects, you have to be very careful in how you are using them in your film. If the visual effects are not warranted by the scene or the character or the story, they are going to backfire on you.
There's a lot of questions about how you can make bilingual.
No, it is Madan Karki had been is the writer for Bahubali. He's both the lyricist and the dialogue writer. Bahubali, it's a period film. It's a period film, and I saw the dubbing of Magadheera in Tamil, and for a person who knew very little Tamil, the language was very bad. So I thought, no, I cannot give it to anyone else. I have to take the call on it. So we had this. Tamil has glorious history of 2,000 years, and the written scripts of 2,000 years back. They have the language proper language of 2000 years back, and the present day language, and numerous versions in between. So what is the language that we use? That if you go for the Sangat Tamil, the old Tamil, the modern youngsters might not understand it. And if you go to the modern language, it might sound odd, and the critics might not like it.
They will chew you up.
Yeah. So so Madan Karki, we choose 2-3 important scenes, and Madan Karki gave me 4 versions of dialogues written
Madan
for
is
it.
the best young.
He's written it, and we took the help of Satyaraj Garu, Nazar Garu.
But it seems to have paid off handsomely, because you got the best dubbing rights in history of Tamil cinema. This movie Bahubali has been sold for the highest ever price.
Yeah, it's not just because we have shot it in Tamil. It is because I must say I must actually thank the press a lot, because they really liked Eega. They carried it on their shoulders, and Bahubali, they saw Eega, they liked it, and they took it up. Bahubali, they haven't seen one single frame of it. I haven't given any interviews. I haven't spoken about the story or anything. But somehow they took it and they took it up and made it a national film. They didn't make it a Tamil film or a Telugu film or a regional film, anything like that. They projected it as a national film. I really don't know why they did it, but they really lifted the project up, and
wonders it.
yes, and they gave us the mileage that they have never given to any film before this.
Yeah.
And I must really thank everyone.
And tell us about the budget of this movie.
I should talk about budgets are something which are taking too much of prominence. Let's talk about the passion of the producer rather than the budgets.
Shobhu, very good producer.
Yes, he's a fantastic producer. Very good producer is an understatement. Because, see, our relationship dates back 10 years. No, it's not that we suddenly came together and we found our working relation and we started producing this film. He knew me from 10 years. He knows how I work. I know how he works. We teamed up before on Maryada Ramanna, a small film, and we had the relationship going on. And when I explained him that I have this big idea in mind, which is not at all very concrete, just a big budgeted world of kings and battles and larger than life characters.
He said one line.
Not even one line. Just I had that vague thought of the world is there, which I had dreaming from my childhood. The world of larger than life characters, battles, kings, palaces, all this stuff. No, he was very much up for it, and I didn't narrate him the story in one single thing. As it started developing, I had one character. Shobhu Garu, just listen to this character, and we developed this character. Now, he used to get excited along with me. Then I used to narrate one battle sequence. Then I used to narrate whatever has been developing. I used to constantly feed him. I used to share with him. And he was getting excited, and he is the first person to tell us this is not a regional film. This has the capabilities and capacity to go international. So from then itself, even before the story completely formed, as we were working on the concept arts and this thing, he took this concept arts, he went to international film markets, he showed them that such and such a film from such and such a director. Eega helped us a lot in that aspect. Such and such a director is coming on, and he took it to the national press, international press markets.
Abu Cyril, I like him. He's the best production designer I've ever seen. Yes. How did he create Bahubali?
He's a 4-time national award winner, which is great. And I went to his house in Bombay, and I started narrating in the story. And believe me, as I was telling you earlier, I'm very proud of my narrating skills. Yeah. And here I am seeing a senior technician who looked completely bored at my narration. He was just looking like that. I was getting agitated. My ego was getting hurt. What is this person is not reacting to any of the emotional scenes that I was telling, and everything, and the scope for everything I was telling, and he was looking very bored. And halfway through, I somehow managed to just wrap up the story and wrap up story. He said, "Yeah, very nice." And he got up and he got some books. He got some books and he started showing me how they can be made, and he was talking about the locations in RFC where the sets can be put up. So I thought, oh, this guy is in. He didn't say it, but this guy is already inside the project. And like Prabhas, I told him that I need 1 year of dates. He said, yeah. And when he talked to Shobhu, he said, okay, this film requires 2 years. I'm keeping myself free for 2 years.
After Bahubali, will you be taking a holiday?
Obviously, yes.
Any exotic
Definitely.
places or?
No, for me, the holiday is with my family. The place might be exotic, might not be exotic, but if we are together, all my brothers, all their families, and all of us are together, that is, yeah, it's a joint family, and we are good.
But your wife is also a very influencing factor. That's what I've been.
Yes, very much, very much.
She's also working for Bahubali.
Yes, she's a costume designer for almost all my films in Simhadri. Even for Bahubali, she has done the costumes along with Prashanti and Krishna. They created the costumes and all the colors that you are seeing on the screen.
That was nice talking to you.
Thank you very much, Sreedhar.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.